We reviewed Reinventing Writing, the 9 tools that are changing writing, teaching, and learning forever by Vicki Davis. Davis provides an overview of disruptive and effective Web 2.0 tools students and teachers can utilize to harness the collaborative power of the internet to increase learning, participation, and effectiveness of existing pedagogy, both within the classroom and outside it, during writing, studying, and collaborative work between students. The book's intended audience is educators who wish to utilize contemporary technological advances to facilitate smarter learning, and Davis separates the book into 3 principal sections entitled Parts. Part 1 covers the basics, and Davis states that in Part 2 we learn about the 9 types of tools. In Part 3 we learn practical ways to implement the tools. Part 1 offers a basic explanation of the rationale behind using Web 2.0 tools in the classroom, then briefly lists each of the tools she'll introduce and explain, including e-paper and e-books, digital notebooks, social bookmarking, cloud syncing, cloud writing apps, blogging and microblogging, wikis and website builders, graphic organizers and mind mapping, and finally infographics. Davis makes the case that each tool introduced is revolutionary and that advances the idea that tools exist to facilitate greater learning and connection. Breakdown of the chapters. In Part 1, Chapter 1, How Writing is Reinvented, Davis explains transliteracy, which she defines as the ability to write and interact across the range of platforms, tools, and media, from handwriting, prints, TV, radio, and film, to digital and social networks. Part 1 also explains changes in the discipline of writing and the necessity of picking the appropriate tools to accommodate the disruptive technological advancements occurring. Part 2 describes 9 new Web 2.0 technological tools, and within each chapter, Davis names the new technologies that have revolutionized these subject areas and provides an explanation of how they work. In Part 3, entitled Practical Ways to Implement the Tools in the Classroom, Davis explains how to implement the technology in the contemporary classroom setting, and chapters 12 through 14 explain citizenship, building writing communities students love, and innovating continuously in the classroom. She also includes appendixes A through E, which add other informational value for tertiary skills such as beginning projects, Common Core writing standards, writing in class checklists, good sources of information for students, and common wikis and websites. Davis articulates 5 distinct benefits that improve student writing with the use of the multimodal tools she describes. 1. Promotion of collaborative peer editing and peer writing. 2. Tracking and management. 3. E-writing as a valued skill in contemporary academia and job markets. 4. Inclusivity, because all students can contribute and engage. 5. The idea that electronic writing is a natural companion to inquiry-based learning, which she states is more effective than traditional methods by 3.5 times. The implications for ELL and SLA instructional design. Davis leaves her readers the task of connecting the technologies and metacognitive strategies she introduces in the book to SLA pedagogy. It's never covered in the text. One of the best ideas presented in these chapters regarding ELL students is an overall digital portfolio. This portfolio could be a powerful tool that students could access even years later and revise to higher levels of English proficiency. A comparison between Evernote and OneNote is given in terms of their ease of use for this sort of task and the potential for collaboration for students. OneNote in particular boasts many features that allow language learners not just to work on one project together, but truly collaborate for study purposes and the advancing of their language. Chapter 6 on cloud syncing details tools to help instructors organize and track new use of technology tools in a classroom, but this concept could also be beneficial to language learners for the purposes of revisiting concepts and course materials, much like the convenience of podcasts, from any location and across an array of devices. Chapter 8 includes the premise that students may need to be taught blogging advances social learning, not just publishing. Davis quotes the supporting manager of EduBlogs by saying that blogs are about evaluating, reviewing, reflection, and revising, all important language skills and relatable to an SLA-ELL environment. She also emphasizes the importance of reading and commenting before writing, again, a valuable emphasis on necessary language skills for building language learners' proficiency in their communicative output. In Chapter 9, Davis expounds upon another benefit of using these programs with LEP individuals. She quotes the creator of Wikis as stating that one of his goals was for people that don't normally feel they're good writers to feel comfortable authoring an idea. People can submit a thought and others can come along and help expand or insert additional ideas to support the original idea. Wikis allow students to build from the funds of knowledge that they possess and work together to collaboratively write in a way that strengthens both their writing and their cooperative teamwork abilities. Our critique. Davis gives very thorough information for novices, but simultaneously includes ideas and references for educators prepared to take the next step. This juxtaposition of simultaneously attempting to address different skill levels creates potential problems in terms of balancing the organization of the book. For novice tech enthusiasts with little experience with the digital tools presented, the side notes may contribute to overload and confusion. Conversely, readers with more knowledge must wade through content to access the information pertinent to their skill set. However, Davis's pithy, straightforward prose and recommendations for useful multimodal Web 2.0 tools that easily blend into an SLA environment qualifies the book as a worthwhile classroom reference tool for tech-savvy instructional technique, with the caveat that educators peruse it in terms of their specific comfort level with integrating applications into their curriculum. Our coursework has been more thorough and specific in regards to language learners, but regarding her book holistically, Davis's volume is an excellent companion to the concepts we've learned over the semester in relation to SLA pedagogy. Essentially, Davis created a layperson's guide to everything we've learned this semester. If you want a ready reference to remind you of the topics and tools we've covered this term, this is a great resource. We hope you enjoyed our book review and have a great day.